All right, we're back with episode 2 of Walk and Talk Fast. We no longer walk and talk after we found out we have been copyright banned from Mr. David Gottlieb's Walk and Talks on his way to work. So we are now Walk and Talk Fast, episode 2. We got Benjamin Roberts here as part of the Walk and Talk. As episode 2 now underway, Walk and Talk, this time about HSL men's basketball Walk and Talk.
My last season with you guys.
Uh-oh. What happened? Someone get you angry?
Nah, bro, you're a funny guy, bro.
What happened?
You're just a funny guy.
Somebody get you angry?
No, you talk all your shit, you don't ever want to back it up. We're here to back it up, and you're...
All right, well, there you go. Some breaking news on Walk and Talk Fast, part 2. Olin Realty's last season here this fall.
My last season. They can stay.
Well, Benjamin Roberts' last season. They're welcome to stay. Anyways, let's go through Tier 2 and Tier 1. Let's go through some thoughts as we're currently in the middle of week 2. We got week 2 finishing up this coming Sunday. But just some quick thoughts that I had. First, we'll start Tier 2. First of all, Crown Care. Crown Care captained by Jeremy Tabak, Tuvia Blisco. They came out with a fire that I have not seen from them probably in 3 seasons now, their 3rd season. They had high energy, they moved the ball well, they shot the ball well, and more of that real positive high aggression. And when they're playing with that high aggression together with shooters like Prager, they're a legit team. And they played, a team that after the first week, Mava Capital, everyone was saying that they're just too strong for Tier 1. They should go down. For Tier 2, they should go up to Tier 1. And they played Crown Care, and Crown Care beat them. Very even game, very competitive game. And Crown Care, is, like I said, high energy game for them, a lot of hustle rebounds, and came away with the big W. And I think Crown Care is a legitimate threat to win the championship in Tier 2. Other Tier 2 teams that we could talk about, of course, you have Advanced Power and Controls. They're about to play their second game this coming Sunday. They looked absolutely horrendous. They are getting back Ronan Mayrov, who is one of their top players playing this week. So we'll see how much of an impact he will have. And then, of course, you have Barbacoa, who's a legit team, very, very competitive team, who played a really competitive Game 1. And, Tier 2 as a whole, very, very, competitive outside of Advanced Power and Control so far. It seems to be very even across the board from what we're looking at so far. We get into Clutch Auto Trade also with, of course, that, that amazing buzzer beater win. And then Clutch Auto Trade with a tough week 2 loss. So very competitive in Tier 2. Moving on to Tier 1. Just a couple of thoughts on Tier 1. Of course, you have Olam Realty. Olam Realty week 1 came off of a game right before their game. And they came in and played a really legit Silver Key Realty. And they beat them. It was an extremely impressive win. And I think the thoughts from Olam Realty was that they could do it again week 2, playing against a much weaker team. They played a championship game that Sunday, this past Sunday, and they were all exhausted coming in. They sort of cruised their way through the first half, thinking they'll probably keep it even, turn it up in the second half. And Cobra Rentals had an amazing game, unbelievable game. They really, really showed their potential. Michael Krohn had a fantastic game. They have so many just great shooters on that team. A couple of Lighter, also a great game. Really just hustled, hit shots. Bjorn Yormark had an absolute incredible game, a threat for the Tier 1 Player of the Week. And Olam were down by 20 before they knew it, and they couldn't catch up. So how much does it say about Olam Realty? I don't know that much, but I will tell you that Olam Realty, similar to Link Home Care of last year now, Rights to Fly, Tier 1 is tough. And even the lower teams this year, because we have 2 tiers, you got to show up and show out every game in order to win. It's very hard to cruise and still win, and Olam Realty got burnt by that. A couple of notes: Rights to Fly, really a little bit of a new look. Rights to Fly. We'll see how many players qualify and are become playoff eligible, but a couple of real new players and some good pieces. Of course, Wasser made his debut. He played really well. Pacey Jacoby still yet to be seen on the year, but Rights to Fly doing what Rights to Fly does. They're 2-0. Another team I wanted to bring up is Ellie Dax Music Plumbers Haven. Svi Winter, he's a real stud, and of course it's been so overshadowed by Sue Winter making his appearance. Shimmy David, incredible. If Shimmy David and Sue Winter are able to, both play consistently, they're a real threat together. 2 of probably the top 5 players in the league. We mentioned Silver Key, of course. They were missing a couple of pieces. They were missing a couple of pieces when they played this past week. they still got the win. It was definitely a very tough game. It was a close game. The game was kept close, but Silver Key did come away with the victory. They did beat a LA Dax Music Plumbers Haven team without, that mentioned Svi Winter. So a win's a win. They got a much needed win after that loss to Olam. They're 1-1. We'll quickly run through the rest of the teams. You got Boris M, who played two really tough teams to start the season, and they played extremely competitively against Rochester Flyers. Past week they fell a little bit short, but they're a team that definitely you cannot take lightly whatsoever. And then, of course, you have Alt Bank and Caleb Pollitt's team, who, again, they faced that Ellie Dax team week 1. They haven't played yet week 2 with Sue Winter. And Sue Winter showed up, single-handedly carried, Dax Music, Plumbers Haven to an overtime win. Again, this is a walk and talk fast, so I'm not sitting in front of a paper here, so I hope I'm not forgetting any teams. I probably am. But, that's it. We got some real exciting action in both Tier 2 and in Tier 1. There's 10 Tier 1 teams, so I'm bound to be missing some of the Tier 1 teams. This could be a minute to think as we're walking and talking fast. I think I got all of it. I got Rise to Fly, I got Olam, got Boris M, Cobra Rentals. The last one I missed is Live Vipers. Live Vipers, as you guys know, this year they came in stacked. They added Ibrahimi. They brought in some other legend. I think he's Persian, I'm not sure, but Sephardi dude plays in the league in Brooklyn. It's known to be the best Jewish basketball league around, and he came in and dominated. So let's see if he get him playoff eligible. He got him playoff eligible. They're right there with one of the top best teams in Tier 1. So another real team to be reckoned with. And then, of course, you have P4P. Zin, captain, brother of Josh Zin. Not to be confused, two different people, two brothers. Also a very nice team, a very well put together team that had played a very tough competitive game week 1, and I'm very curious to see how they match up against some of the top higher talent players in higher talent teams in the league. So it should be interesting coming up. And that's it for your Walk and Talk Fast episode 2. Tune in this Sunday night. We got 4 games. I think we got 2 Tier 1 games, 2 Tier 2 games. Should be a lot of fun.